and welcome back to the chaos. Yes, it's loud. My kids are loose right now, and I sound like crap. But there's a reason for that. Speaking of children, there comes one now. Hi, bub. Careful. Apparently, I'm going to be invaded. Hi. I'm recording monster. This is kid 2. Why? Thank you. You can poke. Oh, I've got shiny butterflies in my hair, so he's found them. So here's how this week is going. Wow, my brain. Everyone's doing a lot better. That one's doing great. We have had no reoccurrences of any issues. House is still clean. In fact, the children have decided they like this, and many of them have started picking up their own crap. Like, before I've asked, before they've been told to. It's a nice change. It's been going well. And why is your shirt wet, son? Okay. He's just plunking in a different seat. I don't know why he's wet. He started dressing himself, but we're still working on the whole take the dirty stuff off before you put the clean stuff on. So, he may well have just spilled his breakfast or something on him. It's all going to change in a sec. But, yeah, we're doing good. I have an ear... My sinus infection turned into an ear infection, and it is nasty. It's actually doing a lot better than it was yesterday, but that's why I sound like crap. I had an epiphany, and like most of my childhood, teen years, adult life, I got the idea that my care is secondary. It's not important. And yesterday it clicked that it doesn't matter if we don't have insurance, because right now the adults don't, so I couldn't go see a doctor about this because we can't afford that right this second. But it's an ear infection, so what does it matter? But it occurred to me, holy crap, I actually need to take care of this, not just pretend I'm okay. So I went out and I got ginger, garlic, ear drops, an earwax remover thing meant for children, medication, everything basically that I know is supposed to help with this. And then I did some research, and that's when I learned, oh yeah, eardrops, doy, you can get these over the counter. So I went and picked those up, and I feel so much better. Like, I felt like I had something trying to jam a spike in both my ears yesterday, and accidentally fell asleep after doing all the medication and crap and having it kick in. I accidentally fell asleep for an hour and a half, and wow, did I feel better after that. But yeah, they've been taking care of me, all of them. Dee, the kids, they've just been, mommy is not okay, let's take care of mommy. So I've been doing good. The kids have been doing good. Dee's been doing okay. We're all getting over this cold, doing a lot better. I am supposed to waiting for my hair to dry a little bit more before I go do the canning video. I'm supposed to film that today. And it's going to be one of several canning videos, because I stopped and went through, what do I know about canning, and went, oh crap, I've come a long way. So there's going to be several canning videos, because we're starting with the most basic, easy, foolproof version, and then moving on from there. But yeah, that's where we're at. We're video gaming on Twitch. We are having a fight with our computer, apparently. And we're getting back into gear. As soon as I get some more walls cleaned, which has been put on hold, I will start filming other parts of the house. But D is actually, he has a reaction, asthma reaction to the wall cleaner that actually works. So I have to do the wall cleaner when he's working and light candles, so that by the time he comes out again, he's fine. If it's fine, it's not a big deal. His reaction to this is nothing like my reaction to chemicals has been in the past. So he's just like, no, clean the walls. I want the walls clean. Just warn me first and bring me a candle. So that's what I do. I pick a wall that I'm going to clean, and it takes 20 minutes tops. I think I did one set of walls where it was 45 minutes, but that's because it was a section where, look, get it all done at once or you're not going to get it done at all kind of thing. And then, yeah, I just take him a candle and light like 4 candles in the area I'm working in to control fumes, and we're good. And then I'll actually be able to film more outside of this office. Hi, Bugger. We're also going to start sewing again. I know I promised that Poison Ivy cosplay thing. I swear to you it will get done. But most of my sewing in the past, and it's picking up again, has been very functional. That's the biggest deal with a lot of my crafts, is function. And the kids have taken to, over Christmas, we found at the dollar spot a couple of throw pillows the kids wanted. Dollar aisles at that Target. They were like $3 or $5 a pillow. I'm like, fine, go ahead, grab them. Well, they really like having the throw pillows, the decorative throw pillows. I'm like, okay, I have a standing rule. They have to be washable. Well, they're washable. Like, I check that before I buy the damn things. But I offered to make them, because I've got a mass closet full of fabric in there. Like, you can see it. You probably can't because I've edited this down so that you're not seeing my entire office during this vlog most of the time. But I've got that closet's full, okay? There's a standard closet full to the top with fabric. Why would I buy unnecessary pillows? Like, the ones we bought for Christmas, they had screen printing on them. Like, I can't do that. But Valentine's Day is coming up, and I'm like, would you like me to just sew you some heart-shaped pillows for Valentine's Day? And their eyes got huge. Like, apparently no one thought this was an option. And eyes wide, like the kind that is reserved for let's go get ice cream. They were all over this idea. So that's one of the first things I'm going to be doing a video of, is sewing those throw pillows for them. Because the Christmas ones are going to get packed up soon. We've got a birthday coming Monday or Tuesday. And the Christmas stuff is supposed to be put away by his birthday, so those throw pillows are getting put up, and then I will pull out some.
I was going to be on this day.
Yes, your birthday. Your birthday's going to be on Monday. That's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days.
Okay.
Wait. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, 4 days. 4 days. We've got 4 days till your birthday.
And we got one more day.
Sure.
It's my birthday.
You drew on your nose again.
Why?
Markers are not for drawing on people. Watch that off and stop doing that. Go clean your room. The baby shares, the kid 3 shares a room with kid 4, and he got a art kit for his Christmas present from Daddy. One of those nice, it's the cheap art supplies, but it's this nice big folding folio thing with crayons, markers, all that in it. He got one of those, and I keep finding kid 4 with marker on him in various places. So, yeah, they've been getting in trouble a little bit for that. But yeah, we will pack up the Christmas pillows, and I will throw out the Valentine pillows after that one's birthday. Because the next birthday is 2 days before Valentine's Day. And so I'm going to make some different, because it's Kid 2's birthday next month. And I'm going to make some different textured pillows for Valentine's Day so that he has different textures on the couch around his birthday. But yeah, things are going really, really well. I know last time I talked about how the house got cleaned up because I said screw it and went to Target and bought a whole bunch of linens after the hospital, and that's how we caught up. Well, my husband went, okay, so what we need to do is we need to have a bag of these linens that you just bought tucked away in a closet somewhere. And I'm like, we don't have room for that. Well, he has a dead corner in his office. One of his 3D printers lives in his closet because that one gets hot and it heats up his office. And there's a dead corner in the closet next to it that he doesn't have anything in. He's like, just put it there. You're going to get into it maybe twice a year. So that's what we did. I took a set of linens and pillowcases for each bed, the couch, and a tablecloth, and jammed them in a bag with the remaining pack of Red Bulls. And they're in a duffel bag in his closet just waiting to be used next time we need them. I was going to put some pajamas in there, but the reality is we don't know what size the kids will be by the time we need that again. And the point is that they have some nice new pajamas to wear after a really bad spat. Like this last hospital stay, it was one night. It was bad on me and my husband, not on the kids. The previous hospital stay, when a brother or daddy, God forbid, is in the hospital for a full week, that's hard on everybody. Everything goes through a blender for all the kids, and that's when I need to pick up some new pajamas or something for them when that happens, just to help reset how they're viewing things, because reality is these hospital visits are going to be a thing. With Daddy, it's going to happen. We have to err on the side of caution when something goes wrong, because the one time we don't, he's dead. And 90% of the time he's fine. But that once, you won't know until he's dead. So we have to panic every time there's a particular issue with him. And the kids are the same way. We don't know what some of these medicines are long term. We do know that when something finally does go wrong, it is a panic issue, because it is not a slow burn. It is, oh God, you're going to die. Now, my children aren't quite at that point most of the time yet, except for that anaphylaxis issue we had this last time. But it's coming, because their organs, their muscles are failing very slowly over their lifetime. And when they hit a certain age, a cold will kill them. Now, this was not a problem for my brother until well into adulthood. So, I'm not panicking right now, but the point is right now we have to learn what the major risks are for my kids before it's an issue. Because unlike my parents, I have a clue what's going on. Not that my parents were clueless, but they were blindsided by MD. We had no idea what the hell that was before it happened. Before the diagnosis. So my parents were learning on the fly. They had no clue what to expect, what was coming, anything. They tried really hard and actually succeeded in learning as much as they possibly could. But part of it was the doctors didn't really know. My understanding in high school was that my brother was not supposed to survive high school. The risk was he wouldn't survive high school, and that is no longer the case. Both because he's still alive, and it's a genetic pass down, so my children will survive high school. But they also have medications and treatments that my brother didn't have access to. Like, my 12-year-old's still walking. That's not how my brother's life worked. Like, the kid still does chores regularly. He couldn't do that by then. So yeah, my parents didn't know what to expect by the time I was a teenager, because my brother was outliving all of the expectations. The doctors didn't know what to expect because he was outliving all of the expectations. It was like, okay, cool. And we have to be prepared for the inevitable, because I'm recording. It will take longer with my kids, but we know these things are possibilities and that they will come. I have a warning system in my brother, basically, for what to expect. 1 second. Yes? Schoolwork, dude. Did you? Okay, then you can go play toys, read books, whatever. No screen time yet. Parenting. I'm recording on Thursday morning because I tend to get large interruptions on Fridays. But yeah, we have to be prepared for these inevitable hospital stays, because it wasn't in high school, it was after high school. But later in my time at home, I moved out when I got married at like 22. So I was there for a while after high school. But when he went to the hospital in early adulthood, it was a week-long stay. And it's just a thing, and we have to be prepared for that, because it's going to happen. And again, that's one of those things where my parents didn't know what to expect. I do. I had, because my parents did what they did, because I was there that long, and because my brother was is alive, I have an understanding of what to expect as they get older. And that's huge. That is a huge improvement over what my parents had to do. They had to guess. The biggest guess that I've got is, when will it happen? Not if, because it's inevitable. When? Will it happen while they're still living with me? Will they get married? Will they have children? That's a possibility. I am not kidding. That is a possibility. There are grandparents with this condition now. The average lifespan went up as my brother grew. I am not kidding. So I have a lot more knowledge to work with. We have a lot more knowledge to work with. Dee has experience with disabilities, both with my brother to some minor extent, but also his mother was legally blind. Like, he doesn't know as much about the MD as I do, just because it is innate, ingrained, and like, it is perma-stuck. I can autopilot MD. I've done it repeatedly. But he understands this is a disability. This is the medical care that we need. And yeah, we've had disagreements, bad ones, about the kid's medical care. Most of those disagreements are because his attention span, he's got ADHD. And he would just forget things that I told him and then panic because his brain told him I hadn't done something that I had. That's where our biggest disagreements come from. It's not they need medical care or what medical care they need. It's, did you do this thing that needs done now? He's had some disagreements with the doctors because he didn't understand some of the terminology they use. I don't realize that I understand and he doesn't. No, go clean your room. That one, I swear. I forget that I've been hearing this terminology and stuff for so long, it's just automatic, and it's not for him. So that's where I've basically settled on, look, you need to talk to the doctors. If you're not willing to go talk to the doctors, you have to deal with the choices that I made. And with the exception of some major issues, like I'm not authorizing a surgery for the children that isn't immediately necessary to keep them alive without talking to him first, okay? 99.9% of the time, we're on the same page. It is just a matter of respect and understanding to talk to each other first, because he's the parent too. And he helps take care of them. And in my opinion, sometimes more importantly, he's the dude. They are all boys, okay? There's going to come a point in their care where they aren't dealing with me anymore because I'm a girl. And they're going to be teenage, young adult men and need to be talking to their father about some of these things because that's who they're comfortable with. That's who understands what's going on. So he has to be included while they're kids. And that's just making sure the kids are set up for success when they're older, and that's something that my parents didn't. They caught it when my brother was in high school, but when he was a kid, it wasn't something that was fully understood because they were in the thick of it. They were in the depths of, oh God, he's gonna die. Because that's what the doctors were telling them was this is something you need to be prepared for. And that's not what happened. But, you know, my dad worked all the time. He was a workaholic. And yes, we needed the money. Don't get me wrong. There was a reason for that. But they didn't understand just how involved in Arian's life, my brother's life, that Dad needed to be before he was a teenager. And that's something they figured out later, because they didn't know there were going to be complications with puberty because of medical issues. It's just, there were complications. Most of them were up here, but it's a teenager, okay? They're already a little off up here because hormones and life and growing and turning into an adult sucks. And then you add in the complications that the disability causes, and my parents didn't understand what a problem that was going to be until they were in it. And I was the oldest child. Like, I was in it with my parents. I was just also a girl, so there were some things that, you know, I wouldn't understand even if they tried to explain it. So we understand how important it is for Daddy to be very involved when they're kids. And that's just, again, something that, because I was the oldest and I was in the thick of it with my brother, I understand. And my kids are set up for success much better than my brother was, often because of the medications. And again, the 12-year-old's still walking. My brother was not walking at 12. I remember quite clearly, he is a year and a half younger than I am. We moved when I was 14. And we moved because he was in a power wheelchair. He was perma wheelchair at 12, right around 12. And that power wheelchair we had to move because that power wheelchair and hallways are not a good combination, especially when you're learning to drive the bloody thing. And it's a learning curve, okay? It is a small vehicle. Trust me, I got hit with it a few times. It's a small vehicle. Hit with it, run over by it. Watch your feet, folks. There is a reason when someone's my husband will move his chair, or when he had a desk chair, when his desk chair moved, I jump. Okay, there's a good reason for that. That is 20 years of learning ingrained in me to keep my toes. Because that wheelchair was not light. That was heavy. And that ain't me saying my brother was heavy. It was the chair. I think the batteries on that chair were 30 pounds apiece. And there were 2 of them in that motor. That was a heavy chair. Heavy chair. It hurt a lot. But yeah, we are making good progress. The kids are making good progress. The house is staying picked up. Holy crap. You've no idea how huge that actually is for the house to stay picked up without me having to harp on it all the time. Their bedrooms aren't. The younger 2 in particular are not keeping their room cleaned up. There's a couple reasons for that. They are more prone to make a mess. When they were all sharing a room, they tended to blame kid 2 for that mess. And I think what was actually happening was kid 2 and the younger 2 were their issues were feeding off each other. They'd make a mess, so kid 2 would see no reason not to make a mess, and then it would kind of spiral there. Things would get broken, people get hurt. And also the oldest, A, prefers to keep things neat, and B, is tripping more. He falls consistently now. So, you know, keeping things picked up is really important to him because he would like to keep mobility, you know? So the younger 2 in particular have to learn to keep their room clean. But they've been, you know, they clean their room to play video games in the evening. And last night, that didn't happen because they didn't clean their room at all. Like, they were in there all evening until 8 p.m. Still didn't clean that room, and if it don't get cleaned today, there's no video games tonight either. The oldest cleaned his room, so he got to take his tablet to his room. But the video game system is right next to the younger's bedroom, so that's fine. We have options. But it's staying picked up. The kitchen has stayed clean. I'm still having trouble catching up the laundry, which is just... Look, the ear infection knocked me out hard. Knocked me on my butt. And I did get some laundry done. Like, we still have clean clothes, but it is not caught up yet. And I would really prefer that it was, but I hate laundry. I hate laundry with a passion. I really, really wish there was a robot for that. But there's not. I mean, there is one in Japan. But the part I hate is folding it and putting it away. And those are expensive. And rare. I'm sure someday they'll work one out. We ain't managed it yet. I sure can't afford one. But yeah, we're doing good. Future plans, we are gaming. We have not had another Five Nights at Freddy's stream yet. I expected things to calm down in January. Hallelujah. I don't expect it to stay that way, but I did buy a new game because the original Five Nights at Freddy's was starting to really frustrate. So I bought Security Breach, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. You can move around in that one. So I think I'll enjoy that more. I'll get frustrated less easily. And, yeah. I think that's where we're at. We're doing some new videos. I am going to get a Costco haul video up. It's just taking some time because I got to get back to Costco next month. But yeah, you'll get to see that. And apparently I'm moving into homemaking videos soon. Because that's my life. That's my life. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Have a good week. And enjoy the chaos.